Back now to my colleague Maseko Rekhlaga. She is in Zandspruit, the scene of that incident of mob justice early yesterday. Maseko, good morning once again. We understand that you are speaking now to a relative. I believe it is the mother of the young man who passed away overnight.
Well, Yuveka, it is his aunt. The mother, unfortunately, is not strong enough to speak to us. But I mean, behind me is that field where 4 young men's lives were lost. They died and they took their last breaths on this soccer field behind me. But this woman's nephew passed away overnight at the Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital. She's very upset, Yuveka, because, Mama, you're saying you called Mapolisi at around 5:30 in the morning as the incident was happening. What time did they arrive and what did they do when they got here? You said that's what's upsetting you.
Actually, I'm hurt big time. The cops have really failed us as a community at large. I can't say as a family. I started to call the cops from 5:30.
I can hear you.
And I called the brigadier many times, and the cops arrived at 7:15. When I arrived, I was going to buy airtime. My airtime was finished. I come back here. 2 cars were just standing here. While 2 cars were just standing here, the cops, they just go out and they check. Then I tell him, actually, can't you go inside and save those boys because they are bleeding to death? They didn't answer me. And the other car came in. It was 3. It's a private car. And I asked again, please, can't you go and save those boys? Because, I mean, we can't say actually they are wrong or what. Some are innocent, actually. And then they are bleeding and they keep on beating them and they rub their hands tight at the back. They can't actually move, do nothing. And then the other lady came out. She said, oh, there's the other guy who took out 200 rand so that they must go and buy petrol. And I called the brigadier. I said, Brigadier, please, we need more cops, please, because they say they send someone must go and buy petrol, actually. So they're going to put petrol on those boys. Please, I'm asking you, please. He said, okay, I will send backup again. And then, I tried to call him again. He said, just imagine the brigadier telling me, do I want to put his police in danger? He has just told me that. Do you want to put my cops in danger? I said, no, Brigadier, I don't want to put your cops in danger. Me, as a mother, I know, actually, I mean, maybe those kids, they are wrong, but I don't know, actually. But the way they beat them there, and they're going to lose their life, and some they're bleeding to death. So just to help them so that they can go to hospital, they mustn't burn them. Your cops' life and those kids' life, what is the best, Mama? What is the best, Ma? What is the best? The best. The brigadier, he didn't respond. Then I just told him the media is also there. Then the brigadier said, are you blackmailing me? Are you blackmailing me? I said, no, brigadier, I'm not blackmailing you. I'm just saying, please, just to rescue those boys, please, because they beat them to death, please. So look now, actually, I'm so hurt. 4 have died there. They burned them to death. And again, we have already lost 4 at the hospital. 1 is left. And then I'm hurt a lot. I'm hurt a lot. I think the whole world can see. Aniju police station is failing us big time. There are people who are selling drugs here. They do nothing to those people. They go and get money to those people.
And tell me, Auntie, when you found out that your nephew also died in hospital this morning, when they told you that he also is no longer alive, how did you feel?
Because I just found out right now, while I'm here, I was hurt. Actually, I started to become hurt from yesterday. Even now, we are hurt big time for all the kids that have lost their lives.
Just tell me, when I know you saw as they were beating up your nephew and then putting that petrol on them and you were pleading with the police. I think you said one of them was saying, please don't kill me, I have a young baby. You were watching all of this. How are you feeling about that trauma and just watching as they burned them and they put the petrol and then switched it on with matches or whatever they used?
Mama, it was very painful. My sister, it was very painful. It has hurt us a lot. I can say as a community at large. And then I'm very painful because of what has happened. Even some, there were mothers, they were here yesterday. They were screaming, shouting and saying, let they die, let they die, let they die. So I don't know, those mothers, even now, where are they today? How do they feel about the thing that happened yesterday? And then even those fathers, those guys who have beat those kids to death and burned them to death, how are they feeling today? Are they really enjoying at their homes? That's the main thing I wanted to ask. Are they enjoying today, Mama? So me, the only thing that I want, Mr. Pegikele, I'm asking you, please, let the law deal with this thing, please. We want those people must go behind bars. We are really hurt as a family, as a community at large, because even some of our leaders, they have already spoken. Those kids, actually, they were beaten by people. Mama.
Okay, Mama, no. Thank you for speaking to us. Well, Yuveka, I think you know, as you could tell with the emotions there in the end, I don't think she knows really what to say. I think for her, it's also the fact that, you know, she blames police inaction. I mean, she told us right now that she called the police around 5:30. The police arrived, according to the call records that she has, at around 13 minutes past 7. That's almost 2 hours later when the first 2 police vans arrived. And even when they got here, apparently people were pelting the police with stones, and the police couldn't get to those young men who were being beaten repeatedly and eventually burnt with petrol. So I think this community is quite torn apart, Yuveka, as I said earlier, not only between themselves and the police, but between each other. I mean, some of these family members we're speaking to, for instance, Yuveka, are saying that they do know that their sons or nephews smoked the drugs, but they are not agreeing with them being the drug dealers or the ones who are committing the crime. And they say that even if there was proof that they were committing crimes, rather send them to jail than to kill them the way that they were killed yesterday.
Obviously, Maseko, the issues running deep there, the frustrations, the anger as well. But like you say, the punishment not fitting the crime in this instance. Maseko Rekhlaka in Zandspruit, very, very emotional interview there. We'll have more for you on the other side of